We'll go ahead and call into order the Board of Zoning Appeals meeting for January 22nd. If we could have a roll call, please.
Mr. Brown?
Here.
Mr. Griffith?
Here.
Mr. Jameson?
Here.
Mrs. Leonard? Mr. Kanzler?
Here. If we all could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have one appeal on for today's agenda. Appeal number 01-2025, a variance requested at 1640 Jennifer Drive. Do we have the applicant here?
Yes.
Great. If you could just raise your right hand, just swear that everything you're going to be telling us today is the truth and
The whole truth. It's truth.
whole truth. Thank you. If you could just your name, address for the record, and then just kind of give us a brief what you're looking for.
Sure. I'm Jeff Taylor, owner of 1640 Jennifer Drive. We are proposing to do a detached garage to the side of our home in regards to just, we have a bunch of coming up teenage daughters driving and just some extra storage as well. We obviously have some variances that have to get discussed and see if they get approved, but yeah, that's really why we're here.
Any questions, Tom? Anything from you?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Is this, are you going to have an office above?
Essentially, yes.
Good idea. I mean,
Yeah, well, my wife works remote from home. We don't have an office or office. I'm sure there's a way that we could do it inside of the home somehow, some way. We have plenty of basement, but just as we're doing the addition, we just thought that we could do it in a manner that's appropriate for the house and have that kind of bonus space private for an office.
I have to state for the record, the number one under the variance request, whoever came up with an idea that you had to have a building 20 feet away from.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't know, and I asked the building commissioner and I asked the fire inspector if there was a fire code or some reason why we do that, because I've tracked this backwards in time to numerous codes,
Yeah.
and they're saying there is not. So I don't know if we were doing it with detached garages that maybe weren't drywalled, and then there wouldn't be as much of a fire stop capacity if it wasn't finished on the inside. I'm not sure if it was aesthetics. I just don't know why.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense to me, and it still doesn't. But you run into that stuff.
Yeah.
I just had one question. I can't remember. Has this gone through your HOA yet?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, and we have the letter of approval as well for that.
Okay. I must have missed that. Okay. Do we have that?
Let's see. I think
You should have it.
we had,
Miss it?
I didn't see it.
we have a neighbor in support of it.
Yep.
And I don't think that we do have the HOA letter, so you could make that a condition.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Pete McGrogan is
No,
the
Pete,
president.
I talked with Pete,
Okay,
and,
very good.
but yeah, we would still want it as a matter of record.
Yeah, so we'll make that will be a condition. If this is approved, that would be a condition that you get that to the
Sure,
planning
sure.
department,
I
or building
could
department.
have sworn, but that's okay. We'll get another one.
Yeah. Any questions?
No questions.
I could just add to this that Mr. Taylor applied for this series of variances last fall. And at that point in time, we could not have permitted the office use as an additional use in the garage building. But with adoption of the new code, we sort of expanded the number of accessory uses that could be permitted. And we said, well, okay, if you can hold off let's
Yeah.
wait, because that will be one, sort of the biggest item of all would be that use, and we can't really grant a use variance, so it would only behoove him to have waited. And so we've at least crossed that bridge and said, okay, so the office use is permitted. And so then that gets us down to just these dimensional standards.
Councilwoman, any questions from you or anything?
No.
No? All right, if you want to just have a seat, we're going to just get into the regular meeting then, and then we'll call you back up, okay?
Great, thank
Thank you. With that, we'll kind of end the regular, or the work session and roll into the regular meeting. Do we have anyone here for public participation? Seeing none, we'll roll in here, back right up, sorry, sir, back up here to your variance.
This is ridiculous.
Standards they make me set for people listening to us, right?
We are being recorded. This is live on YouTube.
Yes. Any further questions or anything else for this applicant?
No.
Seeing none, I'm going to make a motion to approve appeal number 01-2025 with the 4 variances requested, with a condition of a HOA letter of support submitted to, you went to the building department or the plant? To you?
It can go to the building department
Building
as part of the building permit
Okay.
processing.
Submit that to the,
Okay.
yep, to the building department.
You're an
for the city.
application for, okay.
Yep, yes,
I'll
sir.
second.
We have a second from Ed.
All right. Mr. Griffith,
Yes.
Mr. Kanzler,
Yes.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
Mr. Jameson.
Yes.
And with that, your motion approved.
Thank you, gentlemen and ladies. Thank you.
Good luck. Looks great.
Yeah, it looks like a really nice project.
Yeah. Thank you for your patience.
Oh, by the way,
Thank you. Yeah.
by the way, come on back. Oh, never mind.
Do I have a motion? We'll move on to the next topic here. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes from November 19th, 2024?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Brown motioned yes. Mr. Kanzler was second.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
Mr. Kanzler, Mr. Griffith,
Yes.
Mr. Jameson.
Yes.
And so I see Shannon, her signature is on those minutes, or her name, so well, I'm just going to hold off on signing those.
That's works for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Any communications from building or council?
Our September meeting with the 4-lot subdivision on Shepherd Road, that applicant is still working his way through sort of options for subdividing that land, and so we're going to still hold off on approval of the September minutes, so it's not on your agenda.
Okay. Could I have a motion to excuse Shannon for tonight's meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Kanzler,
Yes.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
Mr. Griffith,
Yes.
Mr. Jameson.
Yes.
And seeing no other business, we'll adjourn at 5:38.